Hello. Hey. Hello, everyone that's coming on. Hey, Keisha. KP Green. Hey, Miss Renee. I'm not going to be on long. I just have a quick word of encouragement for you guys. I've been kind of MIA, obviously, but I just wanted to come through, send a real quick word of encouragement. A lot of times, one of the most common questions I would say that I get is, or one of the, how can I put it? One of the most common things that people say, thank you, Miss Renee, is they're proud of me for keep going on. Like, how do you just go forth with seemingly like everything is fine? And a lot of times it's not. I fight a lot of battles going through and pushing forward and believing in myself. So I think if I could wrap it up to like 3 key things on how I just keep pushing forward, and what I want to encourage you to do in pushing forward is believing in yourself. Believing in yourself, believing in what God has placed in your hand, and most importantly, believing that He has placed you in this season, in this time and space, for a particular purpose. Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, so believing in yourself, believe it or not, is one of the hardest things ever. It really is one of the hardest things ever, because when you've got people that don't support you, that you think should support you, when you've got people that seem like they go all around the world to support everybody else instead of you, when you've got people who use you, who abuse you, and I keep it so real with anybody I work with. I'm like, if you're looking and expecting the people closest to you to support you, you can hang it up. Like, we're building a support team for that, and if they do, that's fine. But if they don't, trust, we're gonna be okay. And so I hate to be that blunt with it, but in my experience, that is really what I have found, because you would not believe how hard it is or how it affects. And I know people say it's self-esteem, but we're creatures of relationship. Like, we like relationship, and relationship is important to us. So a lot of times it is hard for a person to just stand on their own with seemingly like their back against the entire world. And as I've been building, and just especially in this season, I stopped working a few months before the year ended, so I've been full-time entrepreneur since March. And that has not been easy. So a lot of people are like, how are you financing that? Or how are you doing this? How are you doing that? And I say faith, which leads me into my next point, believing in what God has placed in your hand. I have been running, hey bestie, I have been running from entrepreneurship, from just believing full-fledged in standing on what God has placed in my hand for a long, long time. But I have felt suffocated for a long time also, because even though like it was cool going to work and everything like that, I just knew that God had placed something in me so beyond what I was doing. And people would say stuff like, well, the kids need you in the classroom, and God is giving you a gift of teaching, and this and the other. And I'm like, I understand that, but you don't understand how suffocated I feel at this present moment, because I don't believe that this is the season anymore for me. And so it's really kind of hard to believe in yourself, and to believe that God has called you so far out of a box to do something different than what people think you should be doing. But you got to believe in whatever God has placed in your heart, whether it's a book, whether it's a song, whether it's a business. You just got to believe that God has given you that vision. And sometimes only you will see that vision. And if you are the only person that sees that vision, that is absolutely okay. Like, it is not going to kill you. I promise you, it is not going to kill you. What you do is you take the next steps in believing that, okay, God, if you gave me this vision, then you know what I need to fulfill this vision. Is your vision. And that's how I've really stepped out on a whole lot of faith, just saying, Lord, I can't help that I see what I see. So obviously you want to do something else with this vision, and it's so far beyond me. Thank you, Jasmine. So that's the first thing. Believe in yourself. Like, just honestly believe in yourself. If nobody else believes in you, believe in you. Believe that you can do whatever it is that you put your mind to do. You can do whatever it is that you put your talent to do. Hard work beats talent every day. I have a song out that was written by me, recorded by me, and I checked like my little thing the other day, and it was like a royalty there, and I'm like, what? You know, I mean, it's business legit and everything. And so it shocked me, because I'm like, I wrote a song. I didn't just write a song, I published a song. Like, I did that. But it was through, and I would say that I'm blessed, because God has given me a man that really truly believes in me and believes in my dreams and pushes me towards it. So that's a big thing. But at the same time, I still had to step out of my box of impossibilities and get it done. You know, he could forever and a day say, you know, you need to do that, you need to do that, you need to do that. But if I didn't say, okay, I got this in my hands, and that goes back to my second point, believing in what God has placed in your hands. I'm a songwriter. You can look up my maiden name. I have so many songwriters, so many musicians in my blood. It is amazing. Shalonda is my cousin. She is a singer. Al Bettis. I can't think of half of their names right now, because I just can't. My mind kind of went back. Tyson Bettis. Just look up Bettis musicians. Like, I have so many people in my bloodline that do music. Cornelia Holmes, she's a singer. So many singer-songwriters on my dad's side, on my mom's side. Like, it's in me, and I know that it's in me. And I've always said, you know, I want to write a song one day, whether it's a hit song and it does nothing but just go viral for 1 year or a month. Like, I'm gonna write a song. And so that started with believing in myself. I had a lot of people that, you know, I would tell, look, I want to write, you know, and it was just like, that's nice, you know. And like I said, if you don't believe in you, people will tear you down. Hey, Shanina. People will tear you down. People will make you feel like you're crazy for wanting something different. People really make you feel like that. And so you've got to be adamant and steadfast on what it is that God has placed in your hand to do and to fulfill during your time on earth. Okay? And I'm going to wrap it up with the third thing. Believe in God and believe in your Creator. Believe in He who sent you. One of the main things that keeps me rolling, besides believing in myself, besides believing in what's in my hand, is believing that if God put it in my hand, He knows that I can do it. Okay. If God put it in my hand, thank you, Ms. Renee, He knows that I can do it. I don't know why, but He knows. And obviously, He's the Creator. So, you know, it is what it is. And so that's above anything and everything else. What really keeps me rolling is that God knows how He made me. God knows what He made me for. God knows every talent that He's put inside of me. And so obviously He wants me to use it. He wants me to use what's in my hand and glorify His name on this earth with it. And so if you don't believe in anything else, start with believing that God created you for a purpose on this earth. God created you for a purpose, and nobody can take that away from you. We used to say, you know, you can't compete where you don't compare. Nobody can compare with who God has made you and what God has made you to do at all. I don't care how many other authors you know. I don't care how many other songwriters you know. I don't care how many other t-shirt makers you know. I don't care. If God placed a vision in you, then it's for you, and He knows exactly what He wants you to do with it. And so I would tell any and everybody, glorify Him with your talents. Glorify Him with your talents every day, all day. Nobody but Him should receive the glory for something that He has given you. And believe that whatever God has placed inside of you, it's a reason for it, and He wants you to use it. Jesus called the people wicked, the person wicked that buried their talent. You can go and read it for yourself. Look it up. I'm not going to go to the scripture right now. But there was an incident with 3 people. 2 people used their talents. 1 person buried it. And Jesus called them wicked. And so, aside from believing in me, because sometimes it's hard. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm completely human with emotions. So, sometimes it's hard to believe in me. Sometimes it's hard to believe in what God has placed in my hand. It just is. It gets that way, you know. But above anything else, what this season has taught me is to believe in the purpose that God has for my life. And so because of that, I can believe in myself. And because of that, I can believe in what he's put in my hand. Because I understand that if he put it in my hand, he created me for this purpose. He created me for this time. Then he's going to fulfill it. And then it just really takes a lot of weight off my shoulder trying to worry about how everything is going to get done. I just say yes and I go. You know, where he says go. I do what he says do. I speak as he says speak. And I get back behind the camera because I really don't like being in front of it. No. So, that's all. Shout out to Miss Erica Latrice, who is a powerhouse and really an angel. And I use that word so lightly, but she's angelic in the sense that she is one that will not allow you to stand still on what God has given you. She is the person. She is a midwife of your dreams. So whatever it is that he's put in you and she finds out about it, you can give it up. It's coming out. It's going to be birthed. And so shout out to Miss Erica Latrice and the Amplify Her tour. Y'all go check out the page. I don't know if she has too many friends to add, but definitely follow her on Facebook, Erica Latrice, and Amplify Her, which is actually tagged in the heading. So love y'all. I'm going live on Zoe D Speaks in probably another 30 minutes on the A Call to Purity message. Today we're talking about in love. So that's going to be a hot, heavy, ouch, and amen topic, because it's ouch and amen for me. So anyway, love y'all. Peace.